Hello, hello. How are we doing, Mary?
Hello, I am so good. It's finally here.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, already people are asking, where's TNR? We love it. Welcome, everyone. Oh my God, it's Ryan. Where's the, oh my God, it's Mary. I feel like Mary is way more exciting here, folks. Gotta be honest. How are you feeling? Excited? Yes?
I am so excited. We've been waiting for quite a while for this. And it's here. Today's the day.
This is absolutely correct. I think both of us have been, and I shouldn't even just say the both of us. I think the whole team has been very excited for this event and everything we've got planned for y'all. The comments are coming in too quick. Every time we have this problem where I want to watch chat and try to have a conversation with you at the same time. Does not work out.
There's too much happening. Yeah.
Absolutely true. Let's jump right into it here, though. We've got a lot of awesome content to cover, and I want to make sure we get through all of it. We're going to start off with a welcome to MLH Init 2022. Mary, do you want to give a quick synopsis of what all this is?
Yes, so welcome to Init. First and foremost, this is our opening ceremony. If you've never been to an MLH event before, we are going to go down through everything you need to know to make sure you are caught up to speed, ready to go. But this is the start of the 2022 Hackathon season. We keep saying, Init is the start, and it's 12:02 p.m. now, so I think we've started, right?
Yeah, officially, we're in the
2022 season.
And
we need some sort of fireworks or I should have
we didn't have the budget for that. Yeah, no fireworks.
Yeah, we didn't have the budget to rent out the Times Square ball drop, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Let's kick it off with some quick introductions here. You're going to meet me and Mary, and then you'll meet some other folks over the course of the week, I'm sure. To start us off here, though, I'm Ryan. I am the Director of Community Operations here at MLH, so I actually oversee all of our events and hackathons. I basically oversee the two teams that run those. So very excited to be working on Init with Mary here, and very excited about all the things we have planned for the upcoming season. As a fun little fact, I actually first started at MLH as a coach way back when. And then those of you who have been following us for a while will know that I do have a love for corgis, but I feel like I got to give Labs a little bit of a shout out today as well for the fun fact. And then believe it or not, this is actually my first time at Init. Kind of surprising, I know, but it's the truth. First time here. Mary, what do you have going on here?
Hey everyone, my name is Mary. I work here as the community manager, which means I get to work with all of our hackathon organizers, make sure they have anything they need from us while they're getting ready to host their events. Outside of that, I work on some other events at MLH, like this one, Init, and some other things we do throughout the year. Before I started working at MLH, though, I was a hackathon organizer. Shout out to Hack K-State. And right now I'm fostering a really adorable cat who's sleeping back here behind me. Yes. Kind of TLDR of me right now.
Nice. We love that. And to make sure everyone is kind of caught up to speed on what exactly all this is, probably worth answering, what is Major League Hacking? If you're a first-time hacker here, we're super excited to have you. I already know I saw some people asking, is this a good event for first-timers? Yes, absolutely. We'll happily welcome you to the community here. But Major League Hacking actually helps run the global hacker community. It's our mission to empower hackers, just like each and every one of you here today. If you're participating in this event, you're part of our community, you are a hacker, and you're actually part of a community of more than 135,000 hackers that we work with each year at events all over the world, digitally and in person once we get back to that. And anytime you attend one of those events, you're actually earning points for yourself and for your university in our season-wide rankings. And good news, everyone here is actually earning the very first points of the season. So congratulations. You're already on the leaderboards. We love to see that. But anytime you go to a member event, hackathon, a local hack day, or a Init event like this one, or one of our MLH local host workshops, you actually earn points for yourself and your school. So tons of awesome stuff there. We've sort of hinted at this a little bit here, but I think we probably want to do a little bit more of a deep dive on what exactly Init is. Do you want to take us away here, Mary?
Yes, I would love to. So like I said, Init is the start of the 2022 Hackathon season, which is a pretty big statement. Really what I think that means for us is we're getting ready for the year ahead of us. So a year of attending a bunch of hackathons, hopefully going to local host workshops, meeting other people in the community. And we want Init to both get you really excited about all of that coming up, but also equip you with some of the skills that are going to make all of that even better. So we have a lot of stuff happening this week. The first big thing I want to call out, though, about Init is it is about a lot more than just the technical skills. We really focus on community with this event. I was lucky to get to see at Local Hack Day build and share the community we created there, just feeling so special. I think before those events, I wasn't totally sold on how powerful a completely online community like this could be. And I don't know about you, Ryan, but that totally changed my perspective on, a fully digital event.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a couple of photos in here that I think you pulled out, but I think all of these don't even fully capture it, I think is the thing we were chatting about earlier. Like there's some great photos. Like we've got the Plahaj Gang crew here. We've got Eddie Hub, and we've got more in here. But I think both of us were talking earlier. It's really hard to capture just how exciting and how fun our local hack days digitally and in it hopefully is going to be. But let me toss it back to you here. Anything else to say on these awesome communities and teams?
Yeah, I think the other thing I really want to highlight is all of these screenshots that we grabbed are from events that people hosted themselves throughout Local Hack Day. These weren't even from things that we planned for you. So seeing the community going and, adding even more things in addition to what we have going on, I think is some of the coolest things to come out of our events this year. And I really, really hope to see this at Init.
Yeah, for sure. And I know we have a lot planned. Do you want to maybe walk us through some of the fun activities we've got going here and some of the stuff we've done in the past as well?
Yes. So I really wanted to highlight that while we do have a ton of very technical content, and it is also very silly and about having fun. So I pulled up some proof from our last Local Hack Day here. This first one was from a hacker favorite I've heard, where our co-founder John made a pie on stream. So he had the double cam and everything set up like a professional. And you can expect things like this throughout the week. Lots of very non-technical content. We played a bunch of Among Us, I know, at Local Hack Day Share. There'll be plenty of games coming up this week as well. I think this last one that I threw in here, another favorite, Bob Ross. Ryan, do you wanna explain why we were watching Bob Ross videos on stream together?
For those of you who don't know, I think I'd already see some repeat faces in here, but for all of our new folks, MS Paint Bob Ross is probably my favorite mini event at this point. I think it passed cup stacking over the last year, but we actually watch a Bob Ross video together and do a paint along, but we do it in MS Paint. And they don't always come out perfect, but I think they come out just right in their own way. I think MS Paint is not the tool comparatively, but I love the way they look, and it's a blast. It's just like very creative, very goofy, very fun. Definitely a good time. And I think we've got one more here as well, right?
Yes. I'd also throw if you want some inspo for your Bob Ross paintings, which we do have a challenge related to coming up. Ask Ryan. He has a very beautiful collection of original artwork he's doing. For this last one I wanted to call out here. This is Aditya running what we called our share party, which was basically a huge celebration at the end of Local Hack Day Share. We're going to do something very similar on Friday this week. But this is just really to capture that there are a ton of times and opportunities for you to share off what you've been working on. And I think the thing I'll really highlight about Init and other events we do like this is it's a super low stakes, just fun spot to show off your work. If that's something you're typically intimidated by, this is a really great place to just start trying to do that, because we're in such a supportive environment. This isn't competitive. It's just for fun.
For sure. And I'm going to go slightly off script here. I see one question in chat that I want to make sure I address for sure. I saw someone asking about captions on Twitch. If you need captions, I'll type this out in a second while Mary's explaining something else. If you need captions, I think YouTube has live captioning that works a little bit better. I'm not sure that's a function that Twitch has. So if you're looking for that, you can go to, if you just Google YouTube and Major League Hacking, or I'll post the link in a second here. So if you're looking for captions, that's probably a better solution for you. And then people complaining about the spammers, we're going to let the spammers spam for a little bit. If you have real questions, I promise I'm looking for them too. We're going to do a full Q&A at the end where we will ask people to behave themselves a little bit better, but we're going to let folks have fun for the time being. Mary, you want to talk a little bit about the 2022 Hackathon season here while I write out this message?
Yes, and also I'll pop this up while you're writing it
Perfect.
out. Jacqueline beat us to it and already posted it. So finally, huge thing I want to highlight is Init is the start of the 2022 hackathon season. I know we already said this several times, but the very exciting piece that comes along with this is we have a bunch of really cool announcements that are going to happen. This is totally new for an event like this. We've never given out our new season announcements in a hacker-facing environment like this. So I'm particularly excited for these. Ryan, do you want to tell the folks at home a little bit about this first one?
Yeah, absolutely. So each year, MLH has a new mascot that we use to kind of encapsulate the season, I suppose. And each year, we actually increment one letter of the alphabet. So when we first started doing this, we had Ada Core, then we had Bit the Bot, Crypto Chameleon, Ducky the Debugger, and then last year was LA the Electric Elephant. So in a couple of days here, Swift is actually going to be announcing our F season mascot live on stream for everyone here. And we're running a couple of challenges in the meantime as well. So if you're passionate about the new mascot, I already see some people spamming Flahaj, which is not a real option. Sorry, everyone. But if you're passionate about the new season mascot, you can actually earn yourself some points for guessing what the mascot is going to be, even if you have a wrong guess. And if you guess it correctly, we'll give you some bonus points as well. So plenty of awesome opportunity there. Very excited about this announcement. So can't wait. Do you want to talk about top 50 for us?
Yes, this is another big one we have. So if you're unfamiliar with the MLH Top 50, this is something we do annually to highlight some community members who have been doing amazing work. As the title suggests, we'll have 50 community members, and these are everyone from hackathon organizers, hackers, folks who attended local hack day, folks who participated in the MLH fellowship, very broad range of people in our community who we're going to be highlighting and sharing their stories with you all. So super excited that we get to launch this weekend in Init.
So if you are looking for those announcements, as mentioned, Swift is actually going to be covering all those in his keynote. That's going to be taking place on June 29th at 1 p.m. ET. Mary and I will actually be live streaming right before that. So if you're looking for a transition, you'll get plenty of notifications in Discord and everything like that. But it'll actually be right after we wrap up on Tuesday. So exciting stuff there.
And for folks who don't know, who is Swift?
Oh, it's probably worth mentioning. Swift is our CEO and co-founder. Thank you for the assist, Mary. He normally gives a keynote at HackCon, like mentioned, but he's going to be doing one here for the first time. I'm really excited to see him talk about those two announcements. And I know for a fact he's got a bunch of other kind of smaller ones that he's going to be announcing as well. So plenty of goodies there, and all hacker-centric and hacker-focused. So stuff you can look forward to over the next year of hacking. So we've talked a lot about Init, talked a lot about MLH. I'm sure there are people here who want to know what the schedule is for today and like what all we've got going on. Can I toss it to you here to go through some of the events we've got going on?
Yes, of course. And since today's the first day we're going through this schedule, as a heads up, we'll be doing this every day. So what I'm about to talk about is just the next 24 hours of content. And you're going to keep getting days like this for the rest of the week. But the first thing we have is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. So that's in an hour and 45 minutes from now. And Amanda, who's the head of admissions on our fellowship team, is going to be hosting a panel discussing the future of tech education. This is going to be with someone from Radix, Code.org, and GitHub Education. I am so excited for this one. I have two big things I'm particularly excited about here. One, this is the first time we've done a panel for a Init or a local hack day style event like this. So it's a new thing. We want to hear what you all, think about these panels we run throughout the week and hear if you like them. And the second ask, this is really an ask for all of you that I have here, is Amanda is brand new to the MLH team, and this is her very first thing that she's running on stream for hackers. So I would love it if you all would go over there and show her some love in the chat, support her, and show her what the community is about, because this is really her first time meeting such a large group of hackers. So I want us to all bring our best at 2 p.m. today.
Absolutely. And there's like 1,000 of you here right now. So if all 1,000 of you could just also stick around for that, we would really appreciate it. Definitely want her to get the full welcome to the community. After Amanda, we've got a crowd favorite here. You want to tell us what Jack's doing?
Yes. So I mentioned this is Amanda's first time streaming. This is certainly not Jack's first time streaming. Jack is a regular at MLH Twitch. I think she was streaming less than an hour ago, closing up a hackathon we were running. So she's going to be on here going through our very first technical live stream. This is the first one we're introducing. I'd love to give a little more context on what these are. But we're going to have all throughout the week MLHers tackling our challenges live on stream. So there's a couple different things you can do at these. You can go to this and completely follow along with what Jack is doing and create the same thing as her, turn it in, great. You can also go and kind of do your own thing, just hang out with the community, maybe create a starter pack, but tackle it in a different way. Or you can literally just go and hang out. Jack's a ton of fun to hang out with. Oh geez, I'm scared for what
I'm already nervous. Already nervous.
So go and find out whatever that mysterious comment is alluding to. And it'll be a ton of fun. 4 p.m. Eastern time today for that one.
Nice.
And then right after that, or a few hours after that, Hannah is going to be running our first mini event. So once you've done some technical content, you're ready for a little bit of a break, join Hannah. Sketchful is one of my favorite mini events. It's like basically scribble.io if you've done that, but a little bit of competitive, a little bit of drawing in there. So it's a lot of fun for everyone.
Yes, absolutely true. Excuse me.
And then tomorrow morning, 2:30 a.m., bright and early if you are in Eastern time zone, Sashika is going to do our first MLH local host workshop. She's going to be running Introduction to Threat Hunting using Elastic Security. If you are someone like me who's kind of intimidated by security, this is a really good spot to go and kind of start from the beginning. Sashika is going to be taking you from, like very beginner levels. So you can absolutely go to this if you have always wanted to learn about security and haven't dove into it yet. And again, 2:30 a.m. Eastern time for this one.
Also worth noting, since this is an MLH local host workshop, you can actually earn 2 points at it. You get one for attending and one for submitting the quiz. So if you've got anyone who's passionate about their points, which I know we haven't explained yet, but if you are passionate about points, it's a double point opportunity right there. Sashika is back to back though, right? With another schedule.
She is. So Sashika, after you've learned a bunch about security, you need to, rest your brain a little bit. You can join her for the Sketchful mini event again, 5 a.m. Eastern time. You probably noticed we're running this twice. So Hannah's running it and Sashika. Reason for that is we'll be running all of our mini events twice just to ensure as many of you as possible can make them. Hopefully they're in a time zone that one or the other works for you.
Yes, absolutely. And our final one of the day here is going to be Aditya. Do you want to tell us what he's up to?
Yes, Aditya is going to be doing our second technical live stream, Build a Calculator. This is going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So you can follow along with him as he tackles that challenge.
Nice. And then finally here, it's going to be me and Mary back on stream. We're going to be doing another leaderboard update. We're going to really be doing our first leaderboard update. And if you haven't attended one of our events before, so you know what this is, we'll hop on stream. We'll go through a little bit of a recap of what went down the day before. We'll talk about the new challenges, new things on the schedule, and we'll also do a reveal of our points leaderboard live on stream and talk about that as well. So plenty of awesome content there. If you're looking for like a synopsis of what's happened, this is definitely the place to come to. The other pro tip, especially for my newer folks who are maybe a little unsure or just want to have questions that they want to get answered, Mary and I do a Q&A after, and we usually stay for as long as there are questions for. So if you've got questions, this is a great way to grab our attention and get an answer. And get the help that you need to have an awesome time at the event. Anything you feel like I'm missing there?
I mean, I just thought if you're worried about not getting enough Ryan and I content this week, fear no more, because we will be here every single day.
Also, thank you, Jack. Encourage all the new people to troll us immediately. I love that.
Also, trolling Ryan and Mary, trolling Ryan, I feel like is more accurate there.
Yes. but
you
it's
get
all
an
right.
unfair amount of the trolling.
It's all right. I'm here for it. So we've talked a little bit about what's going on today. We've done a little background on the event. I know there's a ton of moving pieces with Init or local hack day or any of our events really, and we want to make sure that you have everything you need and know everything you need to be successful. So I'd love to spend a couple of minutes going through some of the kind of logistics here that are important to make sure you earn your swag and all of that kind of good stuff. So we're going to start off with talking about check-ins. All week long, we're going to really be encouraging you to check into events and check into the daily pages and things like that. So there's really three things you need to look out for here. One is a one and done, and you can actually do it right now. That's our week-long event page. And so if you go on that page, all you need to do is make sure that you see a green box that says that you're checked in and registered for the event. If you see that, you're good to go, and you can ignore the week-long event page. You probably don't want to, though, because it has links to all of our daily event pages on it. And each day, starting at 11 a.m. ET, so an hour before it officially kicks off, you can check into the upcoming day's daily event page. And in addition to earning points for checking into each of these daily event pages, if you check in each day of the week, you'll actually earn yourself some bonus stickers as well when we do our swag mailing later on. So if you're looking for even more MLH stickers and even more Init stickers, you'll be able to get those by checking in daily. And then the final place that you're going to be checking in is anything that happens on Twitch, any of our live streams. You're actually going to want to check in on the corresponding organized at MLH.io page as well. So anytime you attend a session like this, there should be a page associated with it as well to help you secure your points for it. I think that's the majority of this year, and we'll actually take a look at this later on so you kind of have a visual to go with what we're talking about as well. So that is checking in. Next up, we have a Discord. Discord is definitely it's where a lot of the event takes place, especially in a digital environment. This is where hackers are going to be chatting. It's where they're going to be spamming their blahaj and watermelon emojis and all sorts of other things. You do want to be on Discord. We post announcements there, has the chat channels, has all the places for you to share your work and things like that, share the food you're eating, share your cute animal photos. I'm hoping for some Archie pics throughout the week, Mary, if you could accommodate. To join Discord, though, you're going to want to head to discord.mlh.io. And you're going to authenticate with your own Discord account there. And once you authenticate with Discord, you should automatically get invited into our server after you've agreed to our code of conduct and things like that. Once you're actually in the MLH community Discord, though, you are going to have to do two more things. You have to agree to the rules inside the Discord server itself. You should get a little button or bar up at the top of your screen that helps you do that. And then because you're participating in Init, you're going to want to also head to the Join Init channel. And there's a little emoji in there that you need to click on to claim the Init role. And you'll get access to probably like 8 to 10 Init channels after you've clicked that emoji reaction. And then finally, guilds, which we've alluded to. And if you've seen anyone spamming in chat, I know that's not super common, but if you have seen any of the spammers, few as they are, if you're interested in joining one of the many guilds here at Init, you do that by heading back to discord.mlh.io and selecting your guild from the drop down there. So with that, I think we have guilds up next. Do you want to explain a little bit about guilds here?
So if you're wondering what guilds are, we've talked about them quite a bit. These are really your community within Init. So at Init, we have a ton of people here. I see there's, over 700 just watching right now. And so I think it's very nice to have a smaller group within that. So guilds are your way to get connected with a group of people inside of Init. Go to the next slide. We have a little more info. So if you want to join one, but you're just not sure where to start, we have two channels that are going to be helpful for you. The Looking for Guild channel is one where you can go and kind of introduce yourself, maybe say what you're looking for in a guild. And guild leaders and guild members are going to go and try to convince you to join their guild, explain why theirs is the best. Or on the flip side, the Init Join My Guild is where guild leaders can talk about what their guild is all about, maybe share some of the upcoming events they're doing, or if there's any theme to their guild, they might go over it there.
Sure.
And if you're wondering kind of some examples of these, we've had guilds like ES Techies, which was folks who are in the Eastern time zone. Blahaj Gang is a group of people who love sharks and melons. Developer student community, tons of variety in there. And if you don't see a guild that works for you, you can also create your own. Ryan already mentioned this, but join at discord.mlh.io. And then if you're worried about your guild eating your points, don't be. They get a point for every point you earn. So it's beneficial to join a guild, if you're not sure you want to do a ton with them throughout the week. It's worth signing up for one, and you never know if you might end up really enjoying it.
Cool. So tons of awesome stuff, tons of really cool things going on, of course. Plenty more to come here as we're going through things. I will be right back. Let me just double check that and make sure it's not important.
Okay. I mean, this is kind of awkward. Ryan, it sounds like something just happened. He needs to hop off. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to hit the emergency button. I'm going to bring on someone else last minute. I'm hoping he's free to hop on, but yeah, I think I'm just going to bring on a friend right now to kind of get through the next little bit of the stream before Ryan can come back for us. So I imagine, most of you probably don't know this person. I'm not really sure if he has a lot of fans, but I'm going to bring on my friend Totally Not Ryan. If anyone is familiar with him, I'd love to hear in the chat. But this is just someone who's hacked in the past. I think I'm going to need to bring him on since Ryan is nowhere to be found.
Hello?
Hello.
I was summoned. Emergency button is pressed.
Thank you so much. I know this is super last minute. I'm glad we were able to get you.
Yeah, I mean, I rushed over. I'm always happy to help. Kind of interrupting in the middle of an important, but I mean, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Happy to be here as always. Looking forward to Init. So.
Okay, right. You have time for this? It sounds like you're busy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can fit it in, and I mean, maybe I can continue my investigation while we're here. But I'm sorry, I'm being coy here. Yeah, I'm looking into the new mascot. I'm convinced I can solve it before the 29th. I believe that I'm on the case. I've got a couple of front runners. There's research happening. I'm determined. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out who the new mascot is, and I'm gonna leak it. I'm gonna beat you all to the punch. So very excited about it. That's kind of my objective this time.
Wow. So you're not worried about earning points?
I mean, listen. I know why I'm important to the stream here. I know why people want me. They are looking for help earning their points, and I'm still happy to do that. Of course. Okay. I'm just saying, last time I wanted to top the leaderboard, it didn't happen. This time, real objective. Figure out the mascot beforehand. And I feel like if I could reveal that would be like the big, I'd have accomplished something this week,
Okay. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time since it sounds like you have quite a lot of work to do. So I'd love to just show people real quick how to check in. That's what Ryan and I were talking about before.
I know the drill.
Step off for a second. Awesome.
So I'm on init.mlh.io, and I've actually done this a couple of times for people who don't know in the audience. Welcome, by the way. But if you just click on this register button here, or if you click on attend, it should bring you to the website that you need. Bam. I didn't register because I knew you would need my help. I mean, this is kind of becoming a little habit of ours, but all you have to do is just click the register button. And sometimes you need to click it twice. We'll see if I set mine up correctly or not. I didn't. We did. We're good to go. Register, and I'll just check into the event real quick. I'm good to go.
Cool.
Simple as that. Yeah, okay. Easy. Can I get on Discord though as well, just to show the folks at home how to do that?
Yes, I was gonna say I think that would be good use of our time here.
Kind of the same deal here though, folks. You just click the Discord button, and then you can see you're in, and you just hit the launch Discord button, which I've already got opened up here. And just to show everyone at home, if you want to agree to the rules, you just have to hit this complete button up here. It's got to scroll down, read and agree, hit submit. I read these before, so not a big deal here. And then after you've done that, you should be good to go. You just need to hit the join a Init channel, which I cannot see at the time being. Let me give this a refresh and see if it works for me. Fortunately, right at the start of the event, it has a tendency to lag. We'll see if that is the case here or not. Too many people trying to join. Too many people. Let's give it a second. What are you looking forward to this week, Mary?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough question. I mean, announcements, very much looking forward to. We have a lot of good content, but like truthfully, I think my favorite part is probably going to be our leaderboard updates and just getting to hang out with everyone.
Also, I think I've got it now.
Oh.
And so I just need to click this little sparkle and I should get, I got the rest of the channels. Amazing. And we're good to go. We're in.
Awesome.
We're ready to hack.
That sounds great.
Well, listen, I've kind of got an investigation to finish up over here.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I can show some of my work off or something like that. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, that should be fine. Yeah, I'll see what our schedule looks like, and I imagine we can fit you in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, it's been a pleasure. I hope everyone at home has a great week and everything like that. If you have any hot tips on the mascot, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friendos, if you've got anything, message me on Discord. Totally Not Ryan. Hit me up with your ideas. Excited to hear what you've got going on. I've got a couple of front runners myself, but I don't want to reveal anything with everybody watching. Got to keep it on the DL. I don't want the MLH team to mix it up on us. So I will talk to you all later on. It's been a pleasure, and adios.
Alrighty. Good luck. Whew. Well, shout out to Totally Not Ryan for coming in here and saving the stream when Ryan for whatever reason needed to hop off and go answer the door. So we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled content. I'm gonna bring Ryan back on the stream. But in the meantime, I'd love to get some claps for Totally Not Ryan in the chat. I know that it means a lot to him to see his fans excited about his appearances, and so we really appreciate that.
All right, we're back. Apologies,
Hello.
team. Apologies.
You're good. Everything okay?
What's the thing where they ring your doorbell and run away?
Ding dong ditch.
Yes, I had to. There's a kid I chased around the block, but we made it back. He got away, unfortunately, but we are back. No one at the doorbell, nothing important, but ready to go here. So I heard TNR was here. I missed him.
Yeah. I don't know if I had told you this, but we set up a system where I have like a little emergency button I could press to bring him on here, just in the event that you're ding dong ditched or have some sort of other emergency.
In the event I'm ding dong ditched, I'm glad to see you're so prepared for any eventuality. Yeah. That's good. We look for that. I
like to think about every possible scenario. So he just came on for a second. He surprisingly isn't so focused on points this year, or this time around. He's trying to figure out what the mascot is. So
good luck to him. Good luck to him. For those of you who are focused on points, we'd love to talk a little bit about challenges here, which is the main way that you're going to be earning points, or one of the main ways. Excuse me. Each day, we're going to have new challenges that are going to go live on init.mlh.io. You can actually click over to the challenges page, and you'll see all of our week-long challenges, all of our daily challenges listed there, and also the registration ones way up top, which you just need to do once. These will kind of range all over the place. We have technical ones that are beginner-friendly. We have really advanced technical ones. We've got stuff in between, of course. We have plenty of social challenges. We have design stuff if you're feeling creative and you want to do some drawing or do some creation. And then I know a big request we always get is no-code or low-code challenges, and we have a ton of those this time as well. So lots of variability here. I already saw folks asking about this earlier. I wanted to mention it. You do not need to complete all the challenges. That is not an expectation. There's like over 200 plus challenges or 200 plus opportunities to earn points this week. Don't kill yourself trying to earn them all. Just pick out the ones that look cool to you. We'd love to see you participate in as many as you're able to. And then to explain the points component here, each time you complete a challenge, you earn 1 point for it. Nice and straightforward, nice and simple. Is that everything we had there? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
So a couple of kind of specific things we wanted to call out here for some of our partners. Without partners, events like this would not happen. These folks help make it possible for us to send you all stickers and swag and all sorts of other awesome stuff. So we wanted to give them a shout out, and a bunch of them have specific challenges that we wanted to talk about a little bit here as well. So our first one is going to be Gina. They are doing a weekly challenge about building a machine learning hack using Gina.ai. If you've never used ML before, machine learning before, Init is a great opportunity to get your feet wet with it. And I think that's true for any technology, really. This is a great opportunity to kind of explore and expand your skill set and, just give a little dabble into a bunch of different things and see how it goes. So I'd heavily encourage you to do that weekly challenge. And then in addition to that, They also have daily challenges that Mary and I will do our best to highlight as we're kind of going through. So you have plenty of opportunity there. And I believe this link on screen is actually for a getting started repository. So if you're looking to kind of get going, this is the link to go to. And I'll actually type that into chat for y'all so you can click right into it while Mary covers our next sponsor.
Yeah. So next one we have up is .tech domains. This was a huge request from local Hack Day Build and Share, was wanting to have free domain names. So .tech came through and it's giving all of you a free .tech domain name. All you have to do is use the code MLH Init. And then if you want to get some additional points, there's going to be challenges all throughout the week. There's one live already where you're encouraged to create a hack promoting equal access to education, and then host that on the .tech domain that you secured. But head to this link, get your domain name, and you can start rolling with some web dev.
Absolutely. In addition to .tech and Gina, we have Xylem. If you are interested in environmental activism or just taking care of the planet at all, this is a great one to look into. They've got daily and week-long challenges, so plenty of opportunity to earn points with the crew at Xylem. And in addition to that, they've got this really cool next-gen water leaders program called Ignite that you can learn more about and actually join this week. So tons and tons of cool stuff for them. And I'm actually super excited to see them. They were one of the first partners that we worked with right when the pandemic kind of kicked off. They were at one of our hackathons, so it's awesome to see them back. Very excited to see what y'all do with them. And I think they're very aligned with like the values I see in a lot of our hackers as well. So it's a really cool partnership. Excited to be working with them. And finally here, we've got Mary.
So the last one is Replit. So if you're not familiar with Replit, they're an IDE. What an IDE is essentially a place to write your code. It's a lot more than that, but that's the simplest way to put it. Replit has a ton of cool functionality, and then they are going to give the first 1,000 of you to sign up a free month of Hacker, which is one of their paid tiers. So this gives you better speeds, more memory storage on the platform, and a bunch of cool features like that. So head to this link. If you sign up today, you should be able to get this free month. I can't promise that for days after today, since it is just for the first 1,000. So I would go and claim this as soon as possible, and you don't need to put in a credit card to redeem it, which is
super nice.
Yeah,
I know that's always a big blocker, particularly for folks in India. So I'm really glad to see that. So those are some of the partners we have this week. We've talked about challenges here. I think the other important piece is not just doing the challenge, but actually earning your points for it by submitting correctly. So we wanted to talk a little bit about the different ways that you can do that. The first one is an automatic submission. So these are things like checking in, being part of our newsletter, just doing the action or just being part of that group is automatically going to earn you the points. If you attended Pride Hacks over the weekend, you're going to get a point for that. Things like that are automatic, and we actually pull the data ourselves and award you points based on that. The second type of submission we have is on our dev post pages. So on any of the dev posts that we go, you'll actually submit a specific challenge one at a time. And each time you submit a challenge, we'll do a little export once a day, and you'll actually earn points for those dev post submissions. And then the final type is Google form submissions, which are kind of like the catch-all. If there's a social media thing you need to do, or anytime you need to upload a screenshot or anything like that, or just telling us that you completed something, we'll often ask you to do a Google form. We have different dev posts and different Google forms for different days of the week. If you're ever confused about where to submit, there's two really good pro tips here. One is if you go to init.mlh.io/challenges, it has a link to exactly where you need to submit for each challenge. And the second thing is if you're just looking generally for the form or for the dev post, if you go to that attend button on the website, so if you go to our organize page, there's actually a nice little matrix table there that has each day's daily check-in. It has a link to the Google form and a link to the dev post, which makes it super easy to figure out what you need to do and where you need to submit things. Anything we feel like I'm missing there, Mary?
Nah, I think you covered it.
We love it. And finally here, how do I earn those points? You've mentioned them a lot. I'm interested. I want to know more. Great questions. Anytime you complete a challenge, you earn points. Anytime you check in, you earn points. And the one big thing to call out here is that we give out bonus points like crazy. If you do awesome social posts, if you're just fun in chat, if you post something cool in Discord, we try our best to give you bonus points for it. So please be active, be participating, and we are happy to give you points. I'm not above people asking for them either. If you want to be like, Ryan, this deserves bonus points, tell me. I'm happy to come and award you those bonus points so you get them. The one thing I will say about points before we get too far off of it, and I'll actually talk about this on our next slides as well, I'm pretty sure. Remember that the points are for fun this week. They do not tie into your swag or anything like that. We don't do any specific rewards for people who top out the leaderboard. It is purely for bragging rights. So as fun and competitive as they can be, remember that they're just a made-up system. They don't actually matter for anything. Feel free to be competitive, but just keep that spirit in mind as we're kind of going through things. Mm-hmm. So if folks want to see their points, I think I'm the only person on the leaderboard right now. But if you go to init.mlh.io/leaderboard, you'll be able to see point totals there. Starting tomorrow, we're going to do our first kind of update to the leaderboard tomorrow, right before we go live for our daily leaderboard update at 12 noon. There's going to be a couple of different leaderboards on there. There's 2 different guild ones and 1 hacker leaderboard. The 2 different guild ones, one of them is for total points that your guild has earned. So each point just summed up together, and it's our top overall. The other, I see the leaderboard link. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by chat. Classic Ryan here. The other thing we have is a guild activity leaderboard, which takes that total point total and divides it by the number of people in the guild. So it's a really, really awesome way for our smaller guilds to compete with some of our largest ones as well. I know personally I had a blast with it last time, and Mary, I'm pretty sure you and everyone else did as well at Local Hack Day Share. But if you're looking for something exciting to follow, regardless of your size, it's a great way to follow along and compete. So that is our leaderboards. And then finally, on the points front, what to do if your points aren't correct. There's a couple of small steps you can take to get your points sorted out and figured out. The first is to head to the Init support tickets channel in Discord. And once you're in there, you're actually going to click on a little emoji reaction to create a new ticket. In that ticket, you're going to provide us your email, the challenge that you're disputing, and any documentation you have that says you completed it. The one thing I'll call out here, in that Init support tickets channel, I will tell you when we're starting to accept support tickets. Mm-hmm. Generally speaking, we don't update the leaderboard until tomorrow. So we're going to have a bunch of people who are like, hey, why don't I have my points yet? Don't worry, we just update it once a day. So if you're missing points, they're not instantaneous. They are only updated once every 24 hours or so. I'll usually post if I do another update outside of that. And again, just to call out, remember the points are just for fun. They don't tie to any swag or anything like that. So no need to worry too much about them. All right. Anything else that the fine folks at home need to know, Mary? Do you want to cover swag for us?
Let's do it. I know a lot of people have been asking about swag. This is one of the most exciting parts of any event. So there's a few things that you'll want to do. So I want to first highlight, this is the very first time you can get our 2022 season mascot swag. So make sure you follow these steps. First thing to do is just complete the registration challenge. That's going to get you stickers and a postcard. So you can go do that today. They're all on the website, init.mlh.io. If you want a bonus set of stickers, which I think you probably do, make sure you come back and check in every day. We do this because we want to reward the people who are coming back, who are staying engaged with the event. So that's what you'll need to do to earn some bonus stickers. And then while supplies last, you may also receive a Capital One and MLH face mask. In the interest of transparency, we're still deciding if we want to do face masks or t-shirts for the 2022 season. So that comes with a little bit of an asterisk.
For sure. And just to provide the full context there's 2 potential choices for the face masks. We might end up getting new season face masks. We're still working that out with our friends at Capital One. If not, I think I do still have some leftover, a very limited amount of the Ellie season masks. If so, I'll do my best to send those out to y'all. And then finally here, there's some possibility that we don't do new masks. We instead do t-shirts, which is not something we're able to affordably send out to folks with so many people participating in this event. We will keep you up to date on masks as best we can, but I do want to just make sure everyone knows it's not something that's guaranteed. We do it whenever we're able to, but I want to make sure we're transparent with y'all because I know how passionate everyone is about their swag. So
also, I pulled out the Ellie face mask. If anyone is curious what these look like, they are genuinely so comfortable. I have said this on other streams before, but I have quite a few masks, and it's my most comfortable one by far. Ryan did a really lovely job picking them out.
I sampled a million of them, so I'm glad to hear it.
And if you're curious what that bonus set of stickers could look like. We're likely going to go with some more hexagon stickers. So if you go to a lot of MLH events, I'm sure you've seen these before, but you can collect a really cool grid of stickers if you keep coming to MLH events. So I'm getting ready to put my share ones on this laptop. Yes. So that's what you have to look forward to.
Absolutely. And finally here, I think our last two pieces of information, I think Emily would be, she'd be furious with Mary and I if we didn't mention socials. Mm-hmm. You also can earn points for doing socials, so bonus for you as well. Anywhere you're posting though, make sure to tag at MLHacks or tag Major League Hacking. Make sure that we're on your messages. We'd love to retweet. We'd love to reshare that sort of stuff. So make sure you're mentioning us. And then make sure you're using the hashtag MLH Init. Mm-hmm. I know Mary heavily uses that hashtag when she creates our leaderboard updates. So if you want to get featured or you want your guild to get featured in our slide deck, the best way to do that is to use that hashtag and make sure that we see it that way when we're going through and scanning to figure out what all went down. And then, as mentioned, you actually earn points each time you post. There's a challenge that you can complete each day for posting on different platforms. And you just need to submit screenshots to our team to tell us that you've been doing that, and we'll happily reward you for being active and participating and sharing the event with your network. Anything else that we wanted to mention here?
I think the only thing else I'd mention is if you don't like to post on social media, you don't use social media, feel free to post photos over in Discord. I think it's so nice since we're at a digital event and I can't see all of you in the same room to get to share with each other what we're doing in that sort of way with pictures or screenshots or things like that. So if you do want to be featured, but you are on social media, post in Discord. I'll see it there too, and I'll try to put it in and highlight it wherever I can. For sure.
And we've got one final piece of information here that's really important, and we can actually put this into practice right away, which is awesome. We're going to be doing a Q&A right after this. So I know there's been people asking us to cool down on the spam in Twitch chat. So we're going to officially say we're going to ask y'all to cool down on the spam in Twitch chat for the time being. If we need to put it in slow mode, we certainly can. But just want to give everyone a warning. We're going to be taking questions here in a second, so don't spam as aggressively as you have been in the past. And the reason that relates to the code of conduct is because our events are safe spaces for everyone. The TLDR of our code of conduct is that you should be respectful. Harassment and abuse are never tolerated. If someone asks you to stop doing something, you should generally stop doing it. By being at this event, you do agree to our code of conduct. You can read the full thing online, and I would encourage you to do so if you haven't in the past. Particularly with digital events, I like to remind people there is a human on the other side of the screen. I know that can be tough when you just have a screen name or just have a Discord that you're mentioning, but it is important to remember there are other people on the other side of the screen, and they've got feelings that are important to take care of. If you do have any issues this week, reach out to me or Mary. The best way to do that is with our incidents email, which is listed on screen here. You can also find it in the code of conduct itself. And ultimately, we want everyone to have an awesome, awesome time here. And the best way to do that is to make sure that it's a safe, inclusive space for everyone. So that is our code of conduct. And with that, I think we've done it. Thank you all so much for your time and attention. We made it through. We love it.
We covered everything. I'm sure there's no questions after that. We were just so thorough.
Zero questions. Zero questions. All right. So the one I know people are already asking, I actually saw it when we were like 2 minutes into the stream. We are doing the Q&A now as well. Feel free to put your questions. We'll start going through them. We do have a special check-in code for you today, so you can earn yourself some bonus points here. All you need to do is head to hackp.ac/init week-long form, and then you're going to select special check-in code, and you're going to do init is here, no spaces, but capitalization does not matter. Capitalize it however you like. And we'll leave this up on screen while we do questions.
Okay, I'm going to pull up the first question. If you asked a question before 12:49,
ask again.
Repost. Yeah, please ask again. I'm going to start scrolling from here. But the first one is, when will a new mascot be revealed? Emphasis on when. That is going to be the 29th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you're not in Eastern time, 1 p.m. Eastern time is about 10 minutes from now. So 10 minutes from now, and whatever time zone you're in, on Tuesday, 29th.
Yes, absolutely. What do we do for the dev post? For dev post, it depends on what you're submitting, and it really depends on what you want to do. But the bare minimum we look for on a dev post submission is you should include like a repo or include the files that you created when you're actually creating your hack. And then if you want to do a more robust dev post submission, I know their team highlights really great dev post submissions in their newsletter, so you could get featured there. I also think having great dev post submissions is an awesome way to build out your resume and kind of show off the work that you've done. But for an event like Init where there's hundreds of challenges, we totally understand if you're just doing a quick submission on dev posts, just make sure you include your code there so that we can go through and validate you completed the challenge if we need to. But for the most part, you're just selecting which challenge you completed and uploading your files. Nice and straightforward. I'm seeing here any certificates this season. Oh, I jumped down in chat and I got to scroll back up to where it was. Any certificates this season? Certificates are kind of like the face mask. We do them when we can, but there's actually quite a bit of logistics involved with thousands of people participating in the event. So we never make any promises here. We usually do our best to send out a certificate for something like Local Hack Day or an Init. But just want to be honest with you here. You may or may not get one for the event. Either way, you're welcome to put the event on your resume and list it as something that you participated in. We'd love to have that. So. I was about to click on it.
Yeah, just a quick shout out there. Little bit of another sneak peek throughout the week. You are going to be hearing from some of our very first member events. I don't know if I'm at liberty to say if Sun Hacks is one of them or not, but it might be. So keep coming back to stream. You're going to learn about what all of our different member events are. If you're reading this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, just keep coming back to Init things.
For sure. How would we keep track of our points? Great question. The best way to do this is on our leaderboard. So if you go to init.mlh.io and you click on the leaderboard section, that's generally the easiest way to do this that we've found. I know some people keep their own list as well at home, which is totally fine if you want to do that, but we built the leaderboard out so that you can track these. On a similar question, I saw someone asking what you do with the points, and I just want to remind everyone, they're like that show Whose Line Is It Anyway? The points are made up. They're just for fun. You don't cash them in or anything like that. I hear that Jack buys them, so if you are interested in trying to sell them, Jack is interested in your points. But aside from that, they have no value. They're just for fun. And I'm being facetious for those of you who do not realize that. We'll make sure everyone's on the same page there. Any questions you're seeing in here, Mary?
There was one about the special check-in code. If you refresh the page, it should be there.
Cool.
Okay, I totally lost where we are.
Totally fine. I'm at 1250 here. Can we pay to get a Init 2022 shirt or other swag? MLH does not currently charge for any swag. At one point in our history, we did have a swag store that was up briefly, but pretty unpopular in the broad scope of things we do. Generally speaking, we try to give out stuff to hackers for free. This is certainly something we've looked at in the past. And one thing we're not committed to, but interested in exploring is a way for folks to redeem their points across the season for swag. So maybe in the future, you actually will be able to do this for points, not even for payment, but nothing currently to answer the question here.
I'd also like to use this as a quick PSA. Since we do not ask you to pay for any swag, we have had in the past folks get phishing emails, like asking for credit card information for swag. That's not from us if you get that this week. So I haven't heard of anything going out like that for Init, but has been a thing in the past. So be on the lookout for anything that looks suspicious.
Absolutely true. Can you give us some hints regarding the mascot? It does start with an F. I can confirm that it starts with an F. Hints outside of that, it's usually a creature combined with some sort of technology topic. So as a random example, it could be, I don't even know what a good one here is. Like frog has your animal, and like function is like a computer word. And it's typically done like that. Or like fax maybe is another good one for a technology. Is it Fanny the Fish? Oh, that's another great example. Good work.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Good work. It is not Fanny the Fish, though.
Here's another good one. What is MLH? I know we kind of talked about high level what MLH is. We can give a couple more specifics on kind of the technical level, since it looks like that's what you're looking for. Technically speaking, we're a public benefit corporation. I think the best way to think about that is we're a mission-driven company. So we operate as a company across the world, and get to work with tons of amazing people. And our mission is to empower hackers. So we're held to a standard as a company of making sure we uphold that mission. But essentially what being a B Corp is. Ryan, any other details you'd add in there?
No, absolutely. I think I don't know that many people are super aware of the legal definition of a nonprofit. I think a lot of people, when they think nonprofit, they're actually thinking about mission-driven companies, and that's exactly what MLH is. We pursue that mission over profit is the very simple way to explain it. But I think you did a great job covering it, so nothing else to add there.
Here's another good one. Do we have to submit through DevPost or form? It depends on the challenge. So on our website with every challenge, it's linked to where you need to submit it. General rule of thumb is DevPost is for any challenge that involves code. Form is for anything that doesn't involve code, because it's a screenshot or link typically. For sure.
And I'm actually pulling it up on screen here so we can show folks for this one. Since I don't think we went through it earlier. If you're on our website, init.mlh.io, you just click on our little menu up here and go to challenges. And if you scroll down, so you can see here for join your guild chat and say hello, you'd go to the day one form is the way to submit that. And it links right there on the challenge, which is nice. Here's a great one for those of us who are passionate about our points. What is the maximum amount of points which can be availed using the post about MLH on socials? It is capped per day. I think it's 4 per day is what we've historically done. And that's that's 1 point per platform. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn is the one I'm forgetting. It's 1 point per platform per day. And I think if you multiply that out, there's actually 8 days of init, but I actually think we cap it at 7 because that 8th day is just for closing ceremony. So I think it's 28 points total here off of memory. Here's a great one. How do I host workshops with MLH? We have a program called MLH Localhost that you can check out if you're interested in this. You can apply to be an organizer. And basically, we provide you with a set of slides. We provide you with everything you need to host workshops for your local community. You can check that out on our website. We definitely encourage you to check out MLH Localhost there. If you're interested in other things for MLH, the coaches program is always an option as well. We have coaches who are basically event representatives, and they represent MLH in the community at large. And they actually host workshops and things for us as well, like Jack, Hannah, Aditya, all those people mentioned earlier are coaches, and they also do workshops for MLH. I'm realizing that I'm only at 12:51 in the timestamps in the questions, but there's a full 7 minutes. It's all right.
We're going to get through them. This is a great question. Can we still participate if we're working for the day, have other commitments in the evening, etc.? Yes. So when we design events like this, we want them to work with your schedule. We're not expecting you to hang out with us for the next 8 days, 24/7. I'd actively encourage you not to spend the next 8 days, 24/7 on here. So that's kind of why we set up events like this. You can hop in and do, a 20-minute challenge every day if you wanted. If you have a little bit more time one day, hop onto a couple live streams. But I think of the knit as a very choose your own adventure type event, where you can give it the time commitment that you have available. Absolutely. I like this suggestion. Not ready to commit to it, but it is and I don't know that we would even do just me. Could be fun to do that with the full team of MLHers. You could have you could get to meet a random MLH or something. It's a cool idea. I'm into it. I like that.
I scrolled down to the very bottom again somehow. Hang on.
Okay.
Got to scroll back up.
We have a couple comments about not seeing the special check-in code. I updated it, so it should be there now.
I'll reshare the instructions as well for everyone. And share that. All right.
This is an interesting comment. The theming for Init makes me make assumptions about the mascot design. Interesting. They weren't designed in conjunction with each other, is what I'll say. Right?
Not quite. But the same designer made both, so I feel like
the same designer made both. Yeah.
They're not. They don't play off of each other, though, strictly speaking. So
yeah, or maybe they do.
Maybe this is red herring. We're throwing you off the track. Can we solve the daily challenges as a team in DevPost? We do welcome people to work together at Init. Remember, this is not a competitive event. So by all means, if you want to work together on challenges, well, it's not a competitive event, though. We do have some people who try to game the system. And the thing I'll say here is you'll know if you're trying to game the system. If you have like 3 or 4 friends that you're working on a challenge with, no big deal. If there are 16 people on your DevPost submission, we're going to prevent you from earning points because you're trying to game the system. So as long as you're doing it respectfully and doing it within the kind of confines or the theme of the event, you're going to be totally fine to work with other people here. Oh, sorry, I clicked on one, Mary.
I'm going to do mine real quick then. Someone asked where the links are. They're all on the website. It's the easiest place to get them. They're also all on our OHQ pages, which are those pages you check in on. So I'd recommend going to one of those and you can click through everything.
For sure. I see lots of people guessing the mascot. Like we've got a bunch of them in a row here. We've got Firefox Fox, Floppy Fish, Floopy Fish, not Floppy Fish. We've got flamingos, just flamingos. I like that. Frog mascot would be so cute. I feel like we should have maybe asked the people for suggestions before we started working on this. Yeah, I'm seeing some mascots I like in here. Freddy the Functional Frog.
Oh, that's good.
Well-rounded one from Aaron.
That's very good.
What is a mascot is a great question. Let me dig out a sticker here and I'll show the folks at home.
I want to see, do I have any mascot stickers in my laptop? I don't actually know if I do.
Funnily enough, the easiest one for me to grab is actually the new season mascot, but we're not going to reveal that one here. So,
I don't have one easy to grab.
I've got 2 here. Let me pull the screen off so we can see these a little bit bigger. So this is last season's mascot. The mascot is actually the animal here, but this is Ellie the electric elephant. Oh, moving this way. And then the other one I have here is a holographic one. This is a crypto chameleon, this one. But our mascot is basically, it is what it is. It's a mascot for our upcoming season. So it's a way for us to kind of symbolize the season, celebrate the year, make some custom swag that's a little exclusive. So if you have that swag, you knew you were a participant that year, that type of stuff. So hopefully that helps you out. Oh, sorry, we keep clicking on each other. So
I know we keep clicking. Okay. Someone asked when will more events be added. Keep an eye on our website throughout this week. Hint, hint. Yeah. You'll see some this week. And Ryan, where are you at time-wise in the
I got jumbled up. I'm at 12:55-ish. So
Okay. I'm at 12:52.
Okay. Can we build anything? Of what complexity should it be? Yes, you're welcome to build anything you'd like to, by all means. Have fun with the event. There are a ton of challenges, so I'm sure you can find something that fits with something you want to build. And for what it's worth, if you find something that you're really passionate about and really want to build and there's not a challenge for it, reach out, let Mary or I know. We'll probably make a challenge for you. We've done it before. So if you're feeling passionate about something, don't let the challenges on the website be a limiter. Yeah. And I see another one here. Where are we supposed to write init is here. Follow the instructions on screen right over here. Head to hackp.ac/init week-long form. Select special check-in code, and there should be a box that you type it into right there. And people are asking, are we supposed to put the code in the link box? Mary, do you know? I haven't actually looked at the form.
Yes, put it in the box that asks for the link or piece of text. I'll edit that to make it more clear.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do some questions while you're doing so. Ooh, I like this one. Flip-flop ferret. That's a really good one. I'm super into that. And although flip-flops aren't really a tech thing, I could get behind it, though. I'm a big flip-flop proponent, so I like this one. Where are we supposed to use the special check-in code? It looks like we're getting that fixed.
Cool. Fixed.
Someone is saying they hacked the MLH servers and found out that it's a fox. Can't confirm that. Can't confirm that. We answered that one.
Did we already answer this one? Init.mlh.io if we didn't.
Yes. And I'm seeing here, what is the website to redeem the .tech domain? I'll post it in chat for everyone, but that's going to be hackp.ac/domain, I believe. And let me just double check that before I post it.
That's correct.
Submitted that for you all as well.
Here's a good one. By daily challenge, do you mean we have 24 hours to submit? Yes. So today's challenges went up slightly early, but throughout the rest of the week, they're going to be going up at 12 p.m. Eastern time. That's the time that this opening ceremony started. So if it's, different wherever you are, that's the time it is for you. And then they close the next day at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We try to leave a little bit of wiggle room at the end there, but aim to have it in there by 12 to make sure you're counted. Can you put up we've got the code up right now.
Yes. I just feel like I want to point this out. I'm seeing we have 500 plus folks joined today. We actually peaked at close to 1,000. You can't see all of them. You can only see the platform that you're on. Mary and I get a cool little counter that holds everything together, or combines everything together is a better way to say that. But very excited to see everyone is checking in and having a good time. So how can we complete today's challenge? I'm going to share my screen real quick and just run through this again for everyone at home because I think it's worthwhile. Share screen, and we'll do a window and here. So if you're interested in completing today's challenges, the thing I would recommend you do is head to init.mlh.io, which is just our main website. And on this website, the first thing you want to do is hit this attend button. And when you're on that attend button, you're just going to want to make sure that you're actually checked in for the event. If you're not checked in, you'll see a little register and check-in button here. But I'd start with that. After you're checked in for the week-long event, which is this page that we're on, you're going to want to head down to the day one check-in right here and do the exact same thing and check in for day one of the event. So we'll go ahead and show you how to do that, and you're good to go. So that's checking in. And after you've checked in, if you come back to our main website here, you're going to go over to our challenges, and there are tons of challenges. You can see the whole registration flow is a set of challenges. If you scroll down, you can see daily challenges here. If you scroll down even further, there are week-long challenges, so plenty of awesome week-long stuff that you can do. And you can actually filter these, which is nice as well if you're looking for specific types of things. But pick whatever you like off of here and go wild, have fun with it. Hopefully that helps out.
And I lost the comment I wanted to highlight, but there was one comment complimenting the UI on the website. I would just want to give a quick shout out to our designer, Victoria. She is so talented. For the most part, any branding you see from MLH is her work. And yeah, I just saw several comments about how much people liked the website. That is all her.
Yes. And I do want to call out on the Victoria train. I actually think she's going to participate in some of the design challenges this week. So if you're looking to compare your work or compete with Victoria, I don't think she would consider it competing. I don't know that she'd have that view. But if you want to see more of her work, she's going to be taking part this week. So
yes. Yeah,
good question.
I believe she's going to go to the design an outfit for her season mascot, which is a few days after we announce it.
Nice. Good question here. Do I need to submit a challenge solution before the next challenge has come? So if you're looking on our website here, so there's this daily registration and week-long kind of breakdown. The week-long challenges will be here until Init is over. Our daily challenges are only here for 24 hours at a time. So if you're looking to do any of these, you'll have 24 hours. The one thing I'll say as a caveat, we do bring some of these back on the weekend occasionally, but you should try to do them on the day they're available. And then the registration ones will be here all week. But you do have a submission deadline for any of the challenges. It's it ticks over at 12 p.m. Eastern time every day. Here's a good one here. If I complete multiple challenges, will I get more points because the Google form only one challenge is required? Yes, you want to resubmit that form each time you complete a challenge. You'll earn more points as you go along. Also, this is in reference to our social stuff earlier. If you post on TikTok, I feel like we could give you points for that.
Yeah.
Executive decision. Done.
And bonus points if you go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll give you 2 points if you go viral. That's fair.
I like this question. This is my first hackathon. Please guide me through what it's going to be about. TLDR, Init is about running through different technical and no-code challenges throughout the week to get yourself ready for all the hackathons we have coming up throughout the rest of the year. So this is a very choose-your-own-adventure, self-paced event. These challenges are meant to provide some inspiration and give you an idea of something to work on. So if you're a newcomer, my big recommendation is look at these challenges, see if any are exciting to you, maybe tackle them. And then Ryan, do you want to go over to the schedule? This is my other huge tip for beginners is you can just follow along with this schedule if you don't feel as confident going into a technical challenge by yourself. Just attend these. So creating a starter pack for someone else, that one is going to be awesome. Aditi is going to be here with the Build a Calculator in the morning. Any of these events, events are going to be perfect for beginners.
Yes. And since making fun of ourselves is often fun, I like that this hidden challenge is right here on the website as well. This is actually a challenge in and of itself. You have to be able to find it. And then there's a challenge if you submit code to fix this. But we'll get that sorted out for y'all a little bit later on. Got to tease ourselves, you know. We're not perfect. Nobody is.
We are not.
Let's see what else we've got in here. Is this event related to the past Pride Hacks event? It's not related directly, but Pride Hacks is another event that MLH organizes and hosts. So they're organized by some of the same team members. Pride Hacks was a standard member event hackathon, which means it's 24 to 48 hours at most. It kind of follows a air quotes traditional hackathon format. You can build whatever you want. You're building one project, and at the end you kind of do a demos period. A NIT or a local hack day event, we have hundreds of challenges that you can complete in over the course of the week, and you're not really building something that you're just coming up with yourself. You're usually going after some of the challenges on the website. So slightly different formats. They're both hosted by the same company and hosted by the same team, but different formats for the events themselves. You actually get a point for attending Pride Hacks as well, which is nice. So
yeah, another good one. Are you going to share a recording of this video? Yes, this and every other live stream we do is going to be recorded on our Twitch page. You can also watch them on YouTube or on our Facebook page. So lots of different platforms, but feel free to check these out post-event. If there's something we went through too fast, watch it again.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a couple of people asking for links to the website. Again, it's init.mlh.io. And then if you're looking for that organized page or Discord, you just click the attend or Discord buttons. So,
I really like this question. I'm not very well versed in programming. Is init still for me? Yes, 100%. We purposefully designed init to be perfect for folks just like you. So we're so excited you're here. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but if you are new, go to those live sessions. They're going to be the best spot to get started. Go to the workshops as well. And init is the perfect place to get started with programming.
For sure. And one other thing I'll throw in on that one. I went to my first member event hackathon not knowing any code. Like I could not have written anything to save my soul. And I just talked with other hackers, talked with mentors, talked with folks at the event, and got them to help me write my project. And I think you can apply that same logic here. Join a guild, make some friends, chat with other people, watch the live streams, and you'll pick up some code along the way. But even if you don't want to, there are plenty of non-code or no-code challenges here for you as well. And Mary, looks like you got another question.
Yeah, I want to add in one other thing quickly on the beginner question. I'd also really recommend, I recommend for everyone joining a guild, but especially for beginners, it's much less intimidating to go into this event when you have just a smaller group you can turn to. So if you're a beginner, go and join a guild. It's going to make a huge difference.
For sure.
And rolling into the next question, how many points do we need to be in top 30? I'm going to be honest with you. People just up and up and up the bar every time we do one of these. So I don't know, last top 30 we're in triple digits. So we'll see where our top 30 land this time. But I have confidence in you that you can make it up there.
Yeah, I tried to see what it was for the last time and I don't remember, or I couldn't find it quickly.
If anyone here was in top 30 , let us know how many.
It was 200 plus for sure, because I remember we were like, oh my God, people crossed 100. They're in the triple digit club. And 2 days later, it was 200. We're it's sweating. So
crazy.
I see a question here about how to be an MLH coach. If you're interested in becoming a coach, you can apply on our website. I actually think Jack linked it a couple of lines beneath this, but it's mlh.io/coaches. If you're looking to become a coach, we're always recruiting. I know we're actively hiring in APAC and North America both right now. And if you're not in North America or APAC, you can still apply. We keep you in queue. And then as soon as we have a need to hire in that region, we reach out to folks who are, who are previously in the queue. So if you're interested, feel free to apply. Love to have you. Here's another good one. Will there be events happening 24/7? Just about as best we can do, there will be events 24/7. Our staff is primarily based in either North America, Europe, or Asia Pacific, or India primarily. And we're relying on those staff folks to actually run all of our awesome workshops and things like that. So we do our best to kind of spread things out in multiple time zones so you can get some sleep and still attend plenty of events. So yes, there should be stuff going on all around the clock. The other thing I'll say here is that your guild may be running events, and this is a great opportunity to join guild mates who are local to you. So if you find folks who are in the same time zone, that might mean that your guild leader is going to be hosting events in a time zone that works really well for you as well. So in case you're in like an odd time zone, given the rest of our community, something like that.
Here's a good one. Can you create a challenge for creating a Discord bot? We ran as that local hack day share, but if folks really want it, I think we could bring it back later this week. Yeah, let me know if y'all want this one.
For sure. I see someone asking how to check in daily. If you're trying to check in, let me reshare my screen again here. Hold on, team. I wish there was an easier way to switch between the two, if that's all right. I want to have both open for everyone. So if you're looking to register or check in for any given day on our main website, you're just going to hit the attend button. And that's going to bring you to our organize.mlh.io page. And on that page, there's going to be a box here that says check in. So you want to make sure that you do that for the week-long page and the day one page. Those are the only two that are open right now. So these two links right here. You're going to want to make sure that you're checked in for both of those at this point. You'll will get emails from our team over the course of the week. So you'll be able to find the links in that email as well, which is pretty handy.
URL for Replit, hackp.ac/Replit.
I think it's a knit Replit, just to clarify that though.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I was so confident saying that. It's a knit Replit. All of our short links start with a knit. No one listened to me. Yeah.
And I'll post it in chat as well for everyone.
We've already given a bunch of advice for first timers, but one other thing I thought of after we set our tips about joining guilds and everything, is let people know you're a first timer if you want like a little bit of extra help. Everyone here was once a first timer, and so people are going to be excited and willing to help you out. So don't be hesitant to let people know, like in your guild chat, hey, like it's my first hackathon, does anyone want to go attend this event with me, or does anyone do this challenge with me? It's helpful to make it known, especially since we're online. It can be harder to know who needs maybe a little extra help.
For sure. I'm going to pull up one here that might look a little negative at first, but actually I think it's an important conversation, an important part of the event. So is it good that I just want to participate for swag, basically, is what this person is saying, right? And, part of the reason we don't do rewards for, the top overall guild or the top hackers or anything like that, we want to reward everyone who participates in the event. And we really believe in getting your foot in the door with hackathons, right? Kind of what we're talking about here with the beginner advice. Just show up and learn from other people, and that's 90% of the battle. So the reason we give everyone swag, even if you are just registering and checking in, is because we think just showing up to the event is a big, big piece of getting started with technology, and we want as many people as possible to do that. So I think, honestly, no shame here. If you're here for the swag, that's totally fine. That's by design, in fact. And if you hang out for a challenge or two while you're here, that's awesome. But by all means, come and claim your swag. We're happy to have you for just that as well.
Yeah, totally agree.
Let's see what else.
And our next one. Some of these are repeats, so I'm scrolling past.
What is a dev post? Dev post is and I can actually pull it up on stream here. Dev post is another company that we work with. They run a website for organizing hackathons, and really for submitting projects is the big piece of dev posts that you're interested in. And so if we look for Init here in their handy dandy search bar, there we go. So you can see our page here. And basically on this page, you can actually submit your projects or submit your challenges. You can see all of our partners and everything like that. And this is called prizes, which is maybe a little bit off here. These are all of our challenges, basically. You can submit for any of these right here on the page. And there's different dev posts for different days of the week as well, as worth pointing out. It's a quick rundown of what exactly dev post is.
Not a question, but Adam looks like finished work and is over on the stream now. Shout out to Adam, who was topped our leaderboard at local Hector Share.
Mm-hmm. Do we have to add our credit card while redeeming the .tech domain at MLH? You do need to add a credit card when you're redeeming a free domain from domain.com or .tech. The reason is partially for identity verification. It helps prevent fraud. If you're, and this is something their team will tell you as well, if you're worried about the auto renewal or anything like that, you can actually turn that off right after you redeem the domain. And that's my advice for you. If you're worried about that auto renewal, register your domain, put in your credit card, debit, whatever you have, and then turn off auto renewal right away if it's not a domain that you think you're going to want to keep in a year. So nice, easy way to resolve that.
Mm-hmm. And I see other people giving fantastic advice for first timers. I'd love it if you all went and dropped those in Discord just so we can capture them after this stream is done. So go over to a Init chat and throw in any advice you have for first timers to make sure we can keep all of the knowledge y'all are sharing after this is over.
I just want to call this one out because I love it. And I'm also the same way. I just have a host of domains that I hoard. I feel like a dragon, I'm just like sitting on my pile of gold. But here's a really good one here. How do I go to the MLH Init challenges? Sorry, I'm very new in Init with Init hackathons. Totally fine. No worries at all. No need to apologize. If you go to init.mlh.io, which is just our main website, and all you need to do is click on this little burger menu up here and click on challenges, and you'll be able to see all of our challenges there. And for any of these, they have a link embedded in them that has how you're supposed to complete that challenge. So like, let's say, join your guild chat and say hello in it. You just click on the form here and you should be good to go. And it's going to prompt me to sign into Google because I'm on a different browser, but it should get you there. Awesome.
I know we've said some answered questions similar to this, but to be clear on this one, you do not at all need to attend every session. Please don't, because attending every session is implying to me you aren't getting a full night's sleep each night. So no, don't do it.
Related, this hacker is doing the right thing here. Fluid Avocado, if you're still in chat, let us know. If you're still in chat, actually open up a support ticket. I'll give you a bonus point for going to get some sleep early here. We appreciate this behavior. This is what you should be doing during Init, getting your full night's sleep and everything like that, and then coming back to hack well rested. So kudos to Fluid Avocado here.
Yeah. The chat is moving too quickly. Someone noted that DevPost isn't recognizing their school. There should be an option to type in your school. Yeah.
You should be able to type it in yourself. How many browser tabs do you think are too much? Whenever it gets like really tiny and you just get the little icon, that's when it gets too much, There's like too many tabs. They've all condensed down. You can't even tell what they are. It's the worst.
I feel like this is an appropriate time for that, like Mean Girls screen grab of the limit does not exist.
Mm-hmm. Is the stream and future streams recorded? They are recorded temporarily on Twitch. So they're available, I think it's like 30 or 40 days. It might be 60. Actually, that seems reasonable. Hey, John, how's it going?
Hi, John.
John is a MLH co-founder, for those of you who don't know. Famously made a pie on stream, much to the other co-founder's disappointment, I think is the correct way to say it. How can I redeem the .tech domain? We just went over this, but just to hit it again here, because I know lots of people are going to be passionate about it. If you go to hackp.ac/domain, that's going to get you your free domain. The code should already be embedded here. So you would search for your domain name here, and then the code, in case the code doesn't apply, it's MLH Init, I believe, is the code, and I'll just double check that real quick. The code is indeed MLH Init if you're looking for that. So awesome. What other questions do we have? How many check-ins for Ryan to buy a Blahaj? 45,000. I'll keep the same as last time, Jay. So I will keep the same as last time. I think we did, in fact, call out. We said hello to you very early on. We were excited to have you on the stream.
You were in the slideshow, too.
Yeah, you were also in the slideshow. Good call. Good call.
How many points have followed MLH on social media? So following us on social media is 4 points max. So you can get a point for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And then posting is 4 points max each day, today through next Sunday. We don't count Monday because our day 8 is technically like 3 hours until submissions close.
Exactly. 2 good ones here. What if by mistake I submitted the swag form twice? No worries at all. We just use your most recent response. So in fact, if you ever need to update any information, just go ahead and submit it again. No worries at all here. We actually account for this ourselves. And another good one here from John. How do I get one of those cute floppy disks as a sticker? I would say if you're interested in a cute floppy disk as a sticker, I think you would want to check in each day would be the little subtle nod here, if you will, if you're interested in some stickers like that, you know. Everyone should get bonus points for sleeping early. See, I know where you're coming from here, but that person specifically called it out. They were setting a good example for the rest of the community, and that's why they get the bonus point, you know. Again, the points are made up and just for fun, so Mary and I can just have fun with them and give them out whenever we see an opportunity to. So it's got to be a good example for other hackers, so you can get some points too.
Yeah. You do yours first.
Do we need to submit new code for challenges, or can we submit older code? Great question, and something we get pretty frequently, actually. If you have old code that you want to work on and maybe update a little bit or tweak to fit one of our challenges, totally fine with us. If you're just resubmitting old code, probably not in the spirit of the event, and we'd encourage you to make some adjustments to it, make some changes. A really fun way to do that is to try it in a new language. If you're looking for like, hey, I've already built a calculator before or something like that, try it out in a new language as a way to kind of expand your skill set and expand your knowledge base. But if you are making substantial changes to it, by all means, feel free to use existing stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Someone asked, where can I ask questions? So you can ask right here. But when you have questions outside of this, I just thought this is a good call out for our Init questions channel in Discord. That's going to be the best place throughout basically any time that's not a leaderboard update. So post questions over there. MLH team will get to them as quickly as we can, but we have a huge community over in Discord that oftentimes jumps in before we even have time to answer them. So you can usually get an answer pretty quickly over there.
And I just want to give a thank you to this person as well. We definitely appreciate it. It's not just me and Mary, that there's a whole team of MLHers who make these events possible. So if you see anyone else on stream, make sure to thank them as well. But always happy to be the calm, reassuring force that you need at your hackathon experience. I'm more than happy to do it. So here's a good question. What's the major difference between a hacker and a developer? I think the initial reaction I have here is that there can be a lot of overlap, and I think a lot of people probably define themselves as both of these things. I think when I think about the hacker community, though, it's often just like, for me at least, and you can have your own definition, totally valid, but a lot of it is about being kind of like scrappy and being willing to just like have some fun and do things that maybe aren't super scalable in the long term, but they're a solution for now, right? Most hackathons are 24 or 48 hours long, not a ton of time to make a fully functional product or application. And so you kind of cut some corners, you do some silly things to make it work, but that's totally fine because it's mostly about learning, it's mostly about experimenting, trying new things out. And so when I think about hackers, like that's a lot of what I think about. When I think of developers, it tends to be that kind of longer, future-focused work where you're making something that's actually going to survive and actually going to scale afterwards. And not to say that hacks can't do those things, but I think typically they don't have that design like ethos in mind, if that makes sense.
Awesome answer. Joe Nash in the chat asked us, what would you recommend as a healthy sleeping time? I'm a big proponent of 8 solid hours. Ryan, what about you?
Is this a healthy time to go to bed or a healthy amount of sleep to get? I'll give both answers in the interest of not making Joe ask again. I'm personally an early to bed, early to rise person. I'm like a 10 o'clock person, which I think many hackers here will think is like the start of the day. But I'm a fan of 8 hours myself as well, Barry. So love that question.
And
Thank you, Joe.
Early to rise.
Yeah, my favorite part of Init is all the hackers who get like super worried when they see me in chat like 5 a.m. They're like, "Go to bed." And I'm like, "I've already been to bed. I'm up." Like, I don't understand.
It's a good one. I've applied to the MLH Fellowship. Will I get points for yes, you don't need to apply again. We download the data of everyone who has applied.
Yep.
So you don't need to submit another application just for the point.
Nice. I see one here from Dr. Pineapple. When I do the 1 year and get rid of the privacy thing, it's still $8. So they're talking about domain.com redemption. Just two things here. So you might need to keep privacy because privacy is part of domain privacy is part of that coupon code. So I would try adding it back and make sure you're setting it for 1 year. 1 year domain privacy, .tech domain name. And the final thing to mention is make sure that the domain you're applying for isn't a premium domain, I think is the terminology they use for them, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. But there's some domains that are above the normal rate because they're more popular or they're just like a rare domain. And if you get one of those, you still might have a charge, even if you are getting a discount. You just need to select another one, though, in that case.
I'm just pulling this comment up.
Oh.
So sweet. This hacker said, MLH events have been my safe place since the last year. I've made some really cool friends across the globe. Newbies, you're in the right place. This is why we do what we do. I want to just echo this sentiment. Newbies, we are so excited to have you here. And this is such a good opportunity. If you want to make some cool friends across the globe, you're in the right place.
Yeah. Someone's asking, do we take a break in the stream? If yes, how long and for how long? So there's a break coming up here at some point for Mary and I. We're going to be hopping off, and then Amanda and crew are going to be coming on for our first panel at 2 o'clock Eastern, so about 30 minutes from now. But generally speaking, there's breaks in between each of our schedule items, is what I was trying to say there. But really take breaks as you need to. This is an 8-day long event. It goes round the clock for the whole time. You do need to do a little bit of self-management when you're participating in Init or a local hack day. You need to just kind of watch out for yourself and take breaks as needed. Everything's recorded. Nothing is mandatory aside from the registration stuff. So just take it on your own pace and enjoy it. That's the best advice I can give you there.
Yes. I tried to take a screenshot of the sweet comment to share with our team, so I apologize.
Okay, you're good.
I really like this question. Someone asked if I could take a screenshot of the two of us on Twitch and post it on Instagram, tagging you. That is totally fine with me. I do really appreciate, though, that y'all are asking. I'd really recommend if you're, going to do that with other MLHers. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but Ryan and I are totally fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Another question hidden there. Can you give a description of the fellowship? Ryan, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, for sure. So the MLH Fellowship is something that we launched, as a result of the pandemic. Like a lot of companies, things needed to change as a result of the pandemic. And we saw this need amongst hackers where their internships were getting canceled and they didn't have a good digital option to get that same level of experience, right? And while we firmly believe that hackathons and attending events is a great way to, learn new skills and get experience, it's not the same thing as a multiple week-long internship opportunity where you're working with other people, working on production code. And so we launched the MLH Fellowship to help address some of that backfill, right? Some of those internships that were getting canceled. So we have hackers who work on open source projects. They work for industry, companies in industry, and you can get a really thorough understanding of it on the website itself. But overall, it's an internship program that's fully digital, open to anyone in the world. We work with a number of really awesome companies and a number of really awesome open source projects to give hackers experience and to help them prepare for their professional careers. I've got 2 questions here that I liked. What is the deadline for each day's dev post challenges? The deadlines are almost always, in fact, they are always 12 noon, unless we say otherwise. We almost always leave it open a little bit longer too, so don't panic about the deadline. We try to give you some extra time each day to make sure that you can get everything submitted in, but try to get it in before noon if you want to see your points updated. And then I also have one here. Can we get Codecademy courses for free? Not through MLH Init directly, but the thing I might point you towards here is the GitHub Education Pack might have them. That sounds like the type of thing that they would have in the Education Pack, but I don't know offhand. You can just check out, it's education.github.com, I believe is the link for that. Joe Nash is in chat. I'm sweating here. If I don't know the education link, I'm going to feel bad. Although I suppose not. Good.
Is there a different code for every workshop? Not necessarily. The special check-in codes are kind of sprinkled throughout the event, so I can't, promise you they're going to be at every event. They aren't going to be at every event, actually, I can say. They're just going to be throughout the week.
Cool. And it looks like Jack helped me out here. It does not sound like the GitHub Education Pack has Codecademy courses, but they've got some other things in there which will work as well.
And I'd say, like, if you're looking for things like that, there are a ton of other resources we have that I think accomplish a lot of similar things. Our local host workshops, even just joining the technical sessions. So if you like that kind of, if I remember correctly, Codecademy is a lot of follow along with programming. We have other things you can do to get that.
Yes, absolutely true. Here's a good question from our YouTube friends. Hey, I'm joining this for the first time. I'm a first-year student. Can anyone tell me what this is? And is this for our first year? First of all, welcome. We're super glad to have you. Definitely welcoming to people who are new. Definitely welcoming to first years. You'll be totally fine. This is meant to be totally beginner friendly, so you'll do a-okay there. Init is kind of a 8-day-long hackathon party is maybe like one way you would describe it. Basically, we're going to have challenges. We have all sorts of different things you can do all week long. I mean, honestly, what I would do is wait until this stream is over and go back and watch a lot of this opening ceremony because it covers a lot of that detail that you're looking for there. But realistically, it's an awesome time. It's a great way to get started with the community. It's a nice, easy, kind of pick your own, choose your own adventure type of situation. So just have fun with it, hang out in Discord, and get to meet some folks. And I like Mary's advice. If you're unsure of what to do, just go with the schedule items. If you have no idea what you're doing, just attend the schedule stuff and you'll be totally fine.
I know we've gotten a couple of similar questions to this. Do I submit one form for each social media platform? Yes, and this goes for every other challenge. It's always just one form or one dev post per challenge. So if you ever have a question, but you fill in anything else for the challenge, the answer is still going to be yes, 1 for 1.
I know she's asked like 8 times, so I've tried to ignore it. So I'm just going to do this while we're spinning down here. Is Ryan looking forward to his birthday present? First of all, it's not my birthday until after it is over, to be clear. But no, I'm not looking forward to it. I've been telling you multiple weeks, I'm a nervous wreck here. All of my anxiety. I'm sure it'll be good, but anxious is the way I would describe myself.
Here's another one on challenges. Will they close at noon tomorrow Eastern time? Yes. Did they open earlier today before opening ceremony? Also yes.
Yes. It's a fun one. I'm curious for what people think in chat. What do we prefer, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux? I'm on Windows personally. I know we've got plenty of MLHers that are on OS, or Mac OS rather. And I think we have some folks who use Linux as well in the coaches program for sure. So kind of all over the place there.
I'm a Mac user.
Yeah. Is it still possible to do referrals? Yes, absolutely. If you have friends who are joining the event, we'd love to have them. And you earn points every time they complete the referral form as well. So lots of good stuff there. Ooh, I like this one. Florence the Floppy Flamingo. It's a good name. I really like everyone getting into the season mascot stuff. Thank you all. I'm glad y'all are having fun with it too. Here's a good one. Is the join your guild chat and say hello valid if we just answered some questions in the chat? Absolutely. And this is kind of the mood for all of our challenges, to be clear. But we're not looking for the exact thing that we say in the challenge name or description, strictly speaking. If you're giving your best effort to complete the challenge and like you think you qualify for it, we're not going to be upset with you if you submit. You're going to be totally fine there. You don't need to say hello exactly. You just need to be in your guild chat and talking to your teammates or your guild mates rather. Some more good ones here. What can points be used for? The points are just made up just for fun. They're only here for bragging rights. There's no way to redeem them or do anything with them currently, and we have no plans on launching that for Init itself. So they're literally just there for you to accumulate and show off to the other people who are participating this week. The only points that really matter are the daily check-in ones. If you check in each day, you can earn yourself some bonus stickers. That's really the only ones that have any direct impact on like what you'll receive this week.
And while we're kind of tapering out with questions, I do want to give a heads up. I just checked in with our panel, so they're getting ready to get started in about 20 minutes here. So keep in mind we have something coming up right after this. So if you are like needing to hop off to go take a quick break before it, this is your 20-minute warning of when you're definitely going to want to be back here.
Yes. Adam with a shipping question. We love those. Thank you, Adam. Okay, Ryan, shipping question here. You're going to hate me. What was the letter sent out saying, thanks for hacking with us for? I don't know what one you're referring to here. Are you talking about the postcard? Hang on. I think I have one like right here. This one?
Oh, thank you.
That's exactly what it is. This one. I need to drive home. He says, this is typically for attending a member event. So you attended one of our events and are getting a letter as a result of that, would be my guess. But tough to say.
Here's a question. Is there any way that we can list that we have attended the MLH Init on LinkedIn? This is something amazing that you should share over in Discord if you do have a great way to highlight some of your hacker experiences on LinkedIn. I've seen people put them like as job experiences. You could put them in like the involvement section. I'm not a LinkedIn expert by any means. But if anyone has a good way of formatting these on LinkedIn and you're comfortable sharing your LinkedIn, drop it over in Discord if you want to be an example.
Can we personally set up something to give to people for points, a certificate of sorts or something? If you're interested in doing this as a hack, by all means, feel free to. If you're using MLH Init in some way, or like if you're using like our logo or something like that, if you want to share it more broadly with the community, just let Mary or I see it real quick first. Like I know back for Build, Adam built a leaderboard that people are using that actually inspired what we use on the website today. So if you are doing something like that, by all means, like one of the great things about having a bunch of hackers and developers is they build cool stuff that everyone can benefit from. If you want our seal of approval, just let us know. We're happy to look at it for you. Should we have received LHD share swag yet? I was actually curious that more people didn't ask this question. In theory, yes, but MLH actually had a little bit of a shipping issue recently. Without getting too into the weeds on it, not related to our letters, actually related to our packages for prizes and things like that. We had a disagreement with FedEx about a number of, basically our rate on our packages is maybe the simplest way to say it. So our processing got a little bit backlogged. So we're slightly behind schedule compared to where we normally would be. You should have received them. I got mine and I was at the very bottom of the list in theory, but I'm also in the United States. So I get mine. The actual travel time is a lot less for me than it is for someone internationally. So in theory, yes, but it might still be a couple of weeks because of some issues unexpected there, of course. I see one here. Where do you guys live? I think most of New York is based out of the New York City region. Did I say most of New York? Most of MLH is based out of the New York City region. I don't know what I said there. But I'm in Jersey personally, just over the river into Jersey. And plenty of other MLHers based here as well. But a lot of our coaches are all over the world, which is really exciting. So
I'm just over in Brooklyn.
I see Jack saying, Ryan, I have no Blahaj sticker yet. I cry every time. It's not a Blahaj sticker. This is Ellie dressed in a Blahaj outfit. And, oh God, it's so cute. Easily one of my favorite stickers we've ever done. Ryan actually lives in Antarctica. Not quite accurate. I'm super inspired by both Ryan and Mary. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Can you tell me what qualifications do I need to be an MLH coach one day? For MLH coaches, we look for a couple of different things. We look for organizing experience. We look for you being a community leader. So running workshops on campus, running a hackathon on campus are really great things. And then outside of that, it's a lot about the interview and application process. You'll actually fill in some questions as you're going through that, talking about your experience as a hacker. The great thing about the coaches program is it's just a way to highlight some of our best hackers and best organizers and best community members. So if you're actively participating in the community, you're going to develop the qualifications you need to be a great coach, which is, I think, like a really nice kind of ramp. So.
I had some questions. I spoke past them.
Wait, God, I just saw this one. I thought the sticker is Blahaj eating Ellie. No. It's a costume. It's a costume. There's little legs. There's little legs here. She's wearing a costume. No. That's cursed. Cursed.
Yeah.
Man. When will the shipping of swag for Init start? I place the order on the day of the closing ceremony always. So on Monday, the 5th is when everything will start processing, and then as a result, start shipping. How long will the opening ceremony last? As long as we have questions for it, but maximum here is going to be another 10 minutes, probably, maybe 5 if we want to give Amanda some time. So.
Here's one. What are the requirements for mentoring at MLH Hackathons? Really, to be honest, we keep these requirements pretty open. Reason being, you don't need to be like an expert developer to mentor in our hackathons. We really utilize the very broad range of skills people have. So if you have a passion to mentor anything hackathon related, you're good to go. We'd love to have you as a mentor. I think the only actual requirement is you agree to the code of conduct. But yeah, you don't need to be an expert by any means. You can totally be a mentor and have people bounce ideas off of you, have them practice their demo with you. So many things beyond being an expert developer.
For sure. And so to finish this out here, I'm going to take this one last question from Adam, and then Mary and I are going to take a much-deserved break. We're nearing 2 hours here on the total stream time because we're in here early. Up next, we're going to have Amanda, who's one of our brand new MLH team members, leading a panel. Very excited to have her doing that. Mary, do you know the full list of people that are going to be in it by any chance?
I don't know their names off the top of my head, but it's someone from code.org, Radix, and GitHub Education.
We pull it up on screen here just so we have it for everyone. I'll reshare one last time and we'll sign ourselves off here. Bam. So here is that upcoming session. This is going to be in just about 13 minutes from now. Definitely worth coming out to this and checking it out. Again, Amanda, brand new to the team. She's been on the MLH full-time team for about a month now. She's working as our head of admissions on the fellowship team. Really, really smart, really, really cool person. Definitely recommend coming out and seeing what she and the rest of these fine folks have to say about the future of tech education. Mary, any closing thoughts here for the two of us?
I just want to echo, I would love to see y'all go and show Amanda what the Init community is all about. Please go give her a warm, warm welcome. Outside of that, I am so excited to meet many of you this week. Yes, go persuade Amanda to go join the Hash Gang. But yeah, I'm so excited to meet so many of you this week. If there's ever anything that can improve your experience at Init, don't hesitate to let Ryan and I know. But happy hacking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll let Mary speak for both of us there. It was awesome hanging out with all of you. Can't explain how excited I am for Init. I've been missing this since Share, so very excited to be doing it again. I'll put on some tunes for a little bit while we wait for the next stream to come on, and I'll leave this up on stream so y'all know what to expect. But we'll see you soon. And as Jack likes to say, don't forget to like and subscribe. I think you have to hit the bell to receive notifications. Is that what I'm supposed to say here? Happy hacking, everyone. Have a great one.
Bye, everyone.